The Daily Network presents 1011. 10 minutes of meaningful conversation with immigrant leaders and entrepreneurs every Friday at 11 a.m.
They say when you're pinned down, the only way is up. From being a maid to a millionaire, the CEO of Asia CEO Forum and Asia CEO Awards, the one and only Rebecca Bustamante. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello, Diana. Thank you for inviting me on your first show.
People have been so curious about you, and we want to know more of you. So, Rebecca, my first question: who is Rebecca Bustamante?
Well, a lot of people called me Rebecca Bustamante's maid to maid because she started from a maid and built her career to become a CEO.
So, how can you tell us more about how did you start your journey?
Well, because I grew up in the province of Pangasinan with 11 children. Our mother passed away when I was 18 years old, and she left me with younger siblings. So I really worked very hard from different people, work as a janitress, work in the factory. And to cut the story short, I work abroad because that's the only way I can really overpass the challenges or the difficulties in life, or taking that responsibility that I have for my younger siblings. So went to Singapore, from Singapore went to Canada, and basically that's what I did.
You've been in so many hardships in your life, but so far, what's the one thing that you can say to yourself? This is by far the hardest I had.
I guess losing your mother. When I watch my mother going through sickness, that she really want to leave, but we don't have money to pay or even bring her in the hospital or buy her medicine. I think that's the most difficult part that I ever experienced. I don't like anybody will ever experience that. Yeah.
But that was one of the most important point in your life when you said,
Mhm.
I had to make it.
Yeah, like during that time when she passed away, I really promised myself to do everything what I can to really raise my younger siblings to give what my mother dreamed for them. Yeah.
So when people look at you, people will say, "Wow, she's so amazing. She's a go getter." Were you always this when you were small or you were growing up?
That's a very good question. I always ask that for myself too. But to look back when I was young, I was so driven in a sense of doing what I can to make money because we don't have food to eat. Is it because I'm really go-getter, I'm a driven, or because no other option but to really do it? To sell some pandesal, ice buko, so that at least you can buy rice for your family. So I don't I cannot give you the right answer for that.
So
So
with that, do you believe
yeah,
is it nature? Do you think is it nature or nurture?
you see, that's another question again. Is it really nature or nurture? But me and my husband been asking about that. So he said that you really have that nature in you. It's really in you because even though a lot of people gone through that experience, but they don't have that drive. But why you have that drive? So it has to be nature is very strong in you, and then you put into the discipline. That's the reason why you become successful. So I don't know.
You're not
I
until now. You're still in the learning process, right?
Yes, yes. So I've been questioning myself, also asking how that happened. Where did I get that drive? Why I have that motivation? Why I get that discipline? Is it again? You asked, is it nurture or
Is it nature?
nature? So
Well, maybe I don't know. Just me. Maybe a big part, around 60-70% is nature. Like God made you like that because He knows you're gonna help a lot of people. And then 30% is the nature, I know, nurture probably.
Nurture, yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. So it's so hard, right? So we
Hard,
don't
right?
really know. Yes.
Yes.
So,
Thanks, Rebecca. So now we'll proceed to the next part. It's business, right? So immigrant entrepreneurs and leaders, they have their zone of genius and yours is different. Can you tell us more about Asia CEO event, forum, and awards?
mhm. Well, HSCO Forum, okay, immigrants, right? Because being in Canada as a, I went there as a, not really an immigrant, but a nanny when I applied.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
And I built my career there. So Canada is so amazing country because you can be the best that you want to be. It's up to you. And that's Canada.
mhm.
So basically when I'm able to achieve what I want in Canada and it's time for me to come back to Philippines to give back, that's the reason why we started the HSCO Forum. What is to really the vision is to really make Philippines as the business hub of Asia, that the short term, but the long term is really making Philippines as a first world country on or before 2030. And that's the forum. And what is the awards? The awards is recognizing our leaders because Filipinos are known to be a domestic helper, laborers, name it. So we want to change that mindset. So we want to recognize Filipinos to be known around the world, and it's happening already. Have you watched Spider-Man?
Yes,
Look,
yes.
right? So we are
Yes,
becoming,
Salamanquero.
yes. Any country, there's always a challenges and happening in the Philippines too. But overall, we have so many positive happening here. Real estate, wow, it's so booming. BPO, we're number one. Healthcare, so amazing. So anyway, I know I
I
have
can
very
feel the excitement, Rebecca. I think
yes, right. So
that's why
so
it's
many things happening.
nature. I don't know, nature nurture. See? So how long
Yeah.
have you been in this business, Rebecca?
15 years ago.
15
Yeah,
years.
been
And
happening. Yeah.
there were a lot of challenges. I know, when you start a business, there are a lot of challenges. But what do you have in mind? The first thing that would come into your mind, like what was the greatest challenge so far?
Oh wow. People,
People.
because the problem is me. My expectation is very high, and because my expectation is high, it's hard for people to really understand, especially here. Why? The one lacking thing in the Philippines is really education. So I cannot get upset with them because they don't understand. So it's my responsibility now to show them how it works, where we want to be, because we want to be first world. So we have to really deliver double, triple
Yes.
performance.
The
So how are
standard,
we gonna do that? Huh?
the
Yeah.
quality and standard.
Yes, I have very high expectation, very high standard. So I
And you
think that,
have you have to, because
yeah,
there are a lot of people that are expecting something big from you as well.
yeah, exactly. And of course, even though they're not expecting, but I would like to,
Mhm.
because mission, making Philippines first world. How can we expect to be first world if we're not delivering it, if we're not doing
Correct.
it? So we have to start it. We have to do the work. So I have to really start every single day. Things that you have to do, those little things. And if you don't have that kind of love, guys, you will give up. So when you start your business, you have to love it because if you don't love it, you won't survive.
Love what you do. Steve Jobs said that you have to love what you do because it's gonna
Yes.
die. When you get
Mhm.
tired at the end of the day, if you don't love what you
Yeah,
do, you're just gonna stop, right?
exactly.
We
But
have
if
to
you
love what
love it,
you
you
do.
will never get tired.
Yes,
Even
because if
challenges.
correct, because if you just do it for the money, at the end of the day, if you get so tired, you just want to give it up, right? But
Exactly. Yep.
but if you really love what you do, you just take a nap, you just sleep, and
Yep.
then tomorrow
Yep.
let's go again,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I get that from you
Mhm.
actually.
Yeah. Work for a purpose.
Yes.
Work for a purpose. So there's a reason why you're doing it.
Mhm.
Why you wake up early in the morning? Why you have to do those little things because you have a purpose that you want to deliver. So that if something happened to you, if today's your last day, you know that there's something that you leave behind. So
Correct.
that's very important.
Correct.
And you will enjoy working every single day, even though it's so difficult.
I
Everyone
hear you. Correct.
will quit on you.
The Daily Network presents 1011. 10 minutes of meaningful conversation with immigrant leaders and entrepreneurs every Friday at 11 a.m.